Well, it's just finished at Villa Park. Villa 2, Newcastle United 0. And I want to get angry in this video, but at the same time I don't want to, because like, we simply weren't good enough in that game today. Villa, for me, were by far the better side. Going into it, we'd won our last 2 games. Villa had lost their last 2 games, and the pressure was on them to get the 3 points because they're at home. But we need to be getting points against clubs like Villa. No offence, I went into the game quite positive that we would get something. And yes, there was changes, made to the starting lineup. Obviously, Paul Dummer came in, and I was quite surprised because when he hasn't been in the side, we've actually been playing better. No offence to the lad, but we have, and that was proven, in the first half. And I'm not just, selecting Paul Dummer for the errors that led to the 2 goals, but it was evident that we weren't good enough today. And going into the match, I thought we were quite bright, for the first sort of half hour, but then after that, we're switched off. The first goal, Hurahan, was a good free kick, don't get us wrong, but that was preventable in my opinion. Poor defending, and he puts it in. It's 1-0 Villa, and we've got a mountain to climb because on the road we're not very good. We always need the first goal, and then we'll sort of let that get to a system, and then we'll go 2-0 down from a set piece, which we should do better with. And El Ghazi makes it 2-0 to Aston Villa, they double the lead, and 1-0 is bad enough away from home. Once you go 2-0 down, there's no chance that you're really going to get a result with our situation, given the squad that we've got. And I just thought we were absolutely horrendous in that first half. There wasn't really anything going forward. Yeah, Maximum looked quite lively, but there's just no support. Almiron put one over, but Tommy Heaton had next to nothing to do up until half time, when the corner came in and Fernandez got his head on the end of one, but it's completely saved by Heaton. And we're 2-0 down. You're thinking, going into the second half, is there a little bit of positivity, that we could possibly get a goal back? Well, we did look quite lively in the first sort of 5 minutes, but then after that we were non-existent, and it was just all of Aston Villa. If you've seen in the actual vlog, Dubravka was keeping us in the game, and if it wasn't for him tonight, we could have lost that game 4, 5 or 6. We were that bad. We just never looked like it. I mean, for me, Joe Linton has proven the reason why I want him dropped. For me, at the minute, he's not good enough. He really isn't good enough to be a striker. For me, he's a more natural number 10. He's not quick enough, and you look at him and you're thinking to yourself, why is he on the side of the pitch? At times I've seen him at the side of the pitch. You're meant to be a striker. You're meant to be getting forward, trying to peel off the last man. And then you're sort of seeing Joe Linton too deep, as you see in most games, and Villa were sort of preying on that. They were loving it. And obviously he was replaced with Andy Carroll, and I have to say, he was replaced, and yeah, like, for me, it's a good substitution to make, because let's be honest, he didn't do anything in the game, and Villa were, they were by far, the more creative side, going forward, and they had more chances towards the end of the game, and I was just hoping that we could see out the game 2-0, and let's be honest with you, I think they deserved to win the game. I'm not taking anything away from Villa. I think they played really, really well. And Steve Bruce has got a lot of questions to ask to the media tonight to why we played so bad, because if we play anything like we did tonight against Villa, we've got absolutely no chance against Manchester City on Saturday when they come to St James's Park, because they are trying to catch Liverpool to try and retain that Premier League title, and they've got better players than Aston Villa. No offence if there's any Villa fans watching, but they have got a better side, and we can't be playing like this. I mean, there just seemed to be no game plan tonight. I mean, St Maximin was sort of, yes, he was getting forward at times and he was trying to make things happen, but there's just no support there. Like, he's got nobody to get on the end of anything. And Dwight Gale came on with sort of 15 minutes to go. Didn't see anything of him either. I am quite worried, to be fair. It's not a good result, and there was no reflection of the Bournemouth or West Ham game there. There's no consistency at this football club, and there was talk of like, yeah, we'll get 9th place if we win this match tonight. Well, this has proven why we're not good enough to be in the top 10, because we can't be beating clubs like Aston Villa, or at least coming away with a draw. The 2 goals that were conceded for me were very sloppy. They could have been dealt with, but listen, it's happened now. We've lost 2-0, and we can only dust ourselves down and go into the next game against City, hoping that we can try and pull off another good result. We've done it in the past, but like I say, I'm very disappointed with the performance. I'm disappointed with the way the lads played. and we could have played a lot better. And listen, it could have been a cricket score. It really could have been. We played that bad. Defending for me, like I say, was awful. The attacking going forward was awful. The midfield was all over the place. If there's anybody who I thought played really well today, from what I've seen on the actual game, what I watched, it was Federico Fernandez. I thought he played really well. I thought he put his body on the line. He created that opportunity, and he also prevented a lot of Aston Villa's counter attacks. So it says a lot again that our centre backs are the better players on the pitch. But then again, he's the only centre back I can really pick out to say played really well. You can look at I was about to say Almiron, St Maximin, who played okay, but again not good enough. It's one of them, isn't it? It really is. And we'll move on to the next one against Man City. I'm not saying St Maximin wasn't good enough. I shouldn't have said that. I think he played okay, but I think everyone tonight needs to look at themselves, the black and white shirt, to say, are they really, really good enough? Were they good enough on the pitch? And for me, they weren't good enough. So that's just my quick reaction thoughts from the game today against Aston Villa tonight. Finished Aston Villa 2, Newcastle United 0.